Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Strobel channel. And there's been a leak of the Air Zoom GT Run, right? So as you guys all know, the Zoom GT Cut, this shoe is more for guards, very low to the ground cushioning setup. And it's a shoe that makes you feel very light and very quick on your feet, right? So of course this came out and I absolutely love this shoe. This is a shoe that's pretty much always in my bag. It's either this or the KD14 or the Curry 8 or the AC9. And also another shoe that I've actually really been enjoying is the Kyrie Low 4. But anyways, yeah, so the Zoom GT Cut is awesome. We get that Zoom Strobel unit, the drop and react and all that. But the Zoom GT Run, okay, so first of all, it's rumored to release, or it says right here, it's supposed to release in summer of 2021. It's summer right now, so it should be releasing soon, right? Maybe in a couple of weeks. But a shout out to Sneaker Highway 23. We got some pictures of the actual shoe, right? So of course, first of all, we saw what it's supposed to look like, kind of like the design, like the drawings, right? So we've seen the GT Run and also the GT Jump, right? So the GT Jump, we don't have any pictures of that, but for the GT Run, let's go over the tech specs real quick, right? So we have a full-length Nike React midsole, and hopefully it's actually Nike React, you know what I mean? Like the React that's found in the Air Zoom BB XT, and not like the React carrier that we saw from like the Hyperdunk, I believe it was like the 2016 or 2017, or even the Superfly. Remember the Superflies? They said it was gonna have a React midsole, but it was just a core and wasn't that nice, right? So we have a full-length Nike React midsole. Also, we have a Nike React sock liner. So basically the insole is made of Nike React, right? Hopefully there's no like felt material over it. And I hope it's like the Zoom GT Cut, where the texture is literally just the foam, because that really grips your sock. It's kind of annoying when you're putting the shoe on because it kind of like grabs your sock and it kind of like rolls over on itself, which is kind of annoying. But once it's on, it like grips your sock very well. So hopefully it's that type of texture. And then we have a 4-foot Zoom Air Strobel. So I don't know how they did that. So how do they have just a 4-foot Zoom Air Strobel? Like, what's the rest of the Strobel board? You know what I mean? Like, because you need a Strobel board in a shoe to actually connect the upper to the midsole, right? So if it's just a 4-foot Zoom Air Strobel, then what's in the heel? But anyways, yeah, I'm super excited about that. I don't know what the difference is going to be between this and I guess like Zoom Turbo. Zoom Turbo, I guess, is underneath like a Strobel board, so that's why it's not as easy to feel. The Zoom Air Strobel in the 4-foot is probably gonna actually be right underneath your foot, right? And then underneath that, we have a 4-foot Zoom Air unit, dude. That's insane. So just like in the 4-foot, you have maximum bounce. Like it's probably gonna be super bouncy in the 4-foot. And then the heel, we have that nice React. Hopefully, like I said, it's soft and compresses a lot. So, and of course the rubber outsole and all that. So looking at the actual shoe, we have a couple of colorways, right? So we have this black colorway with a little bit of white. It kind of looks like a like Oreo colorway or something. And then we have a USA colorway. Members of Team USA are probably going to wear this shoe, right? So we actually have pictures of the outsole, and the outsole kind of reminds me of the Air Zoom BB XT a little bit, right? So just a tiny bit with these like squiggly lines. Of course, it is a very different pattern, but like the way the lines look, it does look pretty similar, and it has a lot of holes in it. I'm not sure as to why. Maybe to reduce the weight a little bit. The outsole and the midsole do take up most of the weight in the shoe, but if the outsole performs anything like the Zoom GT Cut or even the Air Zoom BB XT, it's gonna be a very nice traction. As far as the midsole on this shoe looks freaking thick. The design is a little bit different than they usually have for React, but it is full-length React. And then here in the middle of the shoe, it says Air Zoom. You know, they're using a lot of zoom in the shoe. I don't know why it's in the middle of the shoe. I feel like it should be more like in the 4-foot, because they have crazy 4-foot zoom units, you know. As far as the materials go, the materials look pretty similar to the Air Zoom BB XT as well, right? So it looks like a textile material, and as you guys can see, there is a rippling pattern starting from kind of like where your pinky toe is, right? So it ripples out a little bit, and that material kind of looks like it functions pretty much the same as the Air Zoom BB XT, right? So where the high wear areas are, they added some like rubber texture to it to improve the durability, obviously, and of course to add support. So I feel like that's what they did here in this shoe as well. As far as the aesthetics go, not a huge fan. I don't think the shoe looks great. You know, the Zoom GT Cut looks a lot better in my opinion. And then for the tongue looks pretty thin. And here in the ankle area, there's not a whole lot of padding either, besides like in the back of the heel where your Achilles is. So I feel like the upper is going to be very minimal. You're just going to have a lot of cushion in this shoe. So this shoe is probably going to be not geared towards guards or someone who wants a very responsive shoe. This probably is a shoe for someone who wants a lot of cushion. And like if you're on the court and you're playing all day, this is probably the shoe that you're going to choose, right? Also, we have some official pictures and tech specs for the Zoom Freak 3. So we got 3 colorways right now. We have a black and white color with a purple strap. We got an orange colorway with a blue strap. And then we have a pretty much all blue colorway with like purple laces, right? So as far as the aesthetics go, I feel like it grew on me a little bit, but still not a huge fan of the swoosh placement. I don't know why. I just really don't like the swoosh placement. I'm just old school, and I either like an oversized swoosh or just like a regular normal swoosh here in the middle of the shoe, you know what I mean? But as far as the outsole goes, we can see a picture of the full outsole now. And I don't know guys, the rubber looks super thin. I don't think it's going to be durable at all. So probably not the best for outdoor use, but hopefully it has good traction. I guess it is a little decoupled. This is the weirdest decoupling I've ever seen, but there's that, I guess. As far as the cushion goes though, we actually have a dismantled picture of it, right? So as far as the foam goes, we don't really know. And then we can see the midfoot shank plate here. But there are zoom pods in the forefoot. And I'm guessing it's probably bottom loaded. Like if you guys can see from like the concept or the drawing, it's the outsole and then the zoom pods in the forefoot. Like there's 2 zoom pods and then the foam, right? So that kind of sucks. It looks very similar to the zoom pods in the LeBron Witness 5. It's probably thicker here in the Zoom Freak 3, but it's pretty much the same thing. I'm not a huge fan of zoom pods, especially like in the LeBrons, but you know, it is what it is, I guess. And shout out to Hoop Sneakers for this picture. We can actually see the zoom fibers through this air. So of course we have that plastic piece for lateral containment, as well as like it kind of cages the foam. And then where it says air, you can see the zoom fiber. So that's actually a pretty cool touch. But like I said, it's super caged here, so probably not gonna feel a whole lot of compression there. And of course, we got PJ Tucker wearing the Zoom Freak 3. Like in this game, Giannis Antetokounmpo, it's his shoe, and he wasn't even wearing the Zoom Freak 3s. He was wearing the 2s. So I guess PJ Tucker keeps his name as a sneaker king. I don't know how he got these, or I don't know why he's wearing them before Giannis. But anyways, this colorway looks sick. I like the design on the upper as well. It looks to be a very thin textile material. The tongue looks like kind of quilted a little bit, right? And hopefully they kept the thick, well-padded tongue that they have from the Zoom Freak 1 and the Zoom Freak 2. And of course, we have a midfoot strap as well. It probably doesn't do all too much. I'm not a huge fan of it. So yeah, I'm pretty damn excited about the Zoom Freak 3. It should be coming out soon, as well as the Zoom GT Run. So anyways, tell us your thoughts on the Zoom Freak 3 as well as the Zoom GT Run. But that about concludes this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.